Welcome back, everyone. It is back to work for King Charles. Buckingham Palace announcing he will return to public engagements next week following his cancer treatments. Here with us is host of the Naughty But Nice podcast and former publicist for a member of the royal family, Rob Shooter. Rob, great to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. Lots of news today about the royals.
Okay, 4 months since we learned about the king's diagnosis. What's the importance of his return and, of course, the anticipation that's building up?
Yeah, people want to see him back. And I think the theory is here, and it makes sense, is that as long as he's not at work, then he still isn't doing very well. It's the same with us. When a friend takes time off work, you know they're not doing great. When they return to work, you know things are doing better. And so I think the royal family, particularly because of what's going on with Kate, they want to get the message out there that the king is going to be just fine. But I've got to say, too, they wouldn't be rushing this. This is something that they've taken very carefully. If he wasn't up to it, he would take a few more weeks, a few more months. And so I'm told he's actually quite excited about getting back out there. He misses it. He misses it.
You can tell it's in his bones.
Yes.
He loves these public engagements. I'm hearing his first engagement connects to his own diagnosis. Yeah,
that's right. So he's going to go and visit a cancer hospital. He wants to reach out to people that have helped him. He's been overwhelmed with this sort of response. Remember, for all his life, it has really been about his mommy.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth sort of took up all the oxygen in the room, and so now he's waited his whole life to get this job. It's his dream job. He believes he was literally ordained to be the king, and so it comes from a higher power, and he wants to get back out there. But I think it's a really lovely way to start this process by going back and thanking people that helped him.
And there were reports this week that they were making or finalizing plans for his funeral procession. Was there any truth to that?
Yeah, there is. Let me explain what's going on here. So for the moment he became king, they came up with a plan of what to do with the line of succession. And this is not unusual. For many, many years, Queen Elizabeth had her plan. They called it Operation London Bridge. His is called Operation Man-I Bridge, which is a bridge in Wales. He was the Prince of Wales. So that was the secret name. They might have to change that now. I've announced it to everybody, but that was the name of the plan. And every 6 months or so, they would update it. They would dust it off. For instance, when he passes, and the day will come for all of us, I'm not being morbid, but when he passes, what's going to happen now with Harry? Where does he want Harry to sit? He's not a part of the family. There's going to be 10 days of mourning. They want William out there immediately doing a video. So all this stuff is very carefully planned. What I'm told,
protocol.
It's protocol, but what I'm told is they did sort of, they're saying dust it off. They had a look at the arrangements. Because the king has cancer, though, this sent the media into a fury of speculation that maybe he was really, really sick. No, it was just a technicality. It was just an update, so don't be too worried about that.
Well, us here across the pond really wanted that update because we care about the royal family. Rob Shooter, thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.